So you're thinking about a move to Northwest Arkansas. You've probably heard some things, seen it on a best places to live list, and now you're wondering, is it for real? Well, you came to the right place. We're going to pull back the curtain and give you an honest look at what it's really like to live here, the good and the not so good, so you can figure out if it's the right move for you.
Look, moving is a huge deal. It's not just about changing your address. It's about your family, your career, your finances, everything. So my goal here is super simple, to give you some real clarity. This isn't me trying to sell you on the area. Nope. This is about helping you decide if this little corner of the Ozarks is actually the right fit for the life you're trying to build. All right, first things first. What even is Northwest Arkansas? When you hear people say NWA, they're usually talking about these four main cities: Bentonville, Rogers, Springdale, and Fayetteville. Think of them as one big metro area, but each city has its own unique vibe. They all just kind of flow into one another.
And let's get one thing straight about the geography. If you're picturing flat, boring farmland, erase that from your mind. This is the Ozark Mountains. We're talking beautiful rolling hills, dense forests, and huge lakes. It's gorgeous. And, you're not out in the middle of nowhere. You're actually pretty well connected. Tulsa's about a 3-hour drive, Kansas City is 3.5, and you can get to Dallas in about 5 hours.
So why is this area blowing up? What's the secret sauce? Well, for anyone thinking of moving, the first question is always about the economy, right? You need to know if there are stable jobs. So let's look at the engine that's driving all this growth. It really all starts with these three giants. We're talking 3 Fortune 500 companies anchoring the entire region. You've got the world headquarters of Walmart right here in Bentonville. Then you have Tyson Foods and J.B. Hunt Transport. This isn't just a small-town economy. This is a seriously powerful corporate foundation.
But here's the thing. It's not just about those 3 big names. Think of them as the big rocks thrown into a pond. They create this massive ripple effect. You've got thousands, literally thousands, of other companies here that support them. We're talking logistics, suppliers, you name it. And that fuels everything else. A huge healthcare industry, tons of construction, and a really cool small business and startup scene. The job market is way more diverse than you might think.
Okay, let's get down to brass tacks. The question on everyone's mind: money. What does it actually cost to live here? Because let's be honest, for most of us, this is the make or break question when you're thinking about a move. First, a little reality check. You might have heard that Arkansas is super cheap, and while it's definitely more affordable than a lot of big cities, it's not the bargain it was 10 years ago. Yeah, you might see a house pop up in the mid-200s, but I gotta tell you, those are rare. And when they do show up, they are gone in a flash. The inventory there is just incredibly tight. So what's a more realistic number? If you're looking for a nice, move-in-ready home for your family in a neighborhood you'll actually want to live in, you should probably be thinking in this range, somewhere between $300,000 and $450,000. That's really the sweet spot where most families who are relocating land.
So how does that stack up? Well, if you're coming from a place like Dallas or Austin, your money is going to go way further here. And if you're moving from somewhere like Denver or really anywhere on the West Coast, wow, the difference is just staggering. Now, compared to a city like Tulsa, it's pretty similar, though honestly, Northwest Arkansas is starting to get a little pricier in some spots.
And here's a little hidden gem that people often forget about, but it makes a huge difference to your monthly payment: property taxes. Here in Arkansas, they are so much lower than in a lot of other states, especially a place like Texas. We're talking about real, significant savings that stay in your pocket every single year. All right, enough about jobs and money. As important as that is, let's talk about the real reason so many people are falling in love with this place. It's not just about the practical stuff, it's about the lifestyle. And honestly, this is where Northwest Arkansas just shines. I mean, the access you have to the outdoors here is just next level. We're talking world-class mountain biking trails literally in your backyard. You can finish work and be on a trail in 10 minutes. There are countless hiking paths that lead to incredible waterfalls. And then there's Beaver Lake. This massive, beautiful lake for boating, fishing, kayaking, you name it. It is, no joke, an outdoor lover's dream.
And this quote right here, it just nails it. This is the promise of Northwest Arkansas in a nutshell. You can build a serious, high-powered career and still have the time and access to go hike to a waterfall after you clock out. That work-life balance isn't just a buzzword here. It's something people actually live.
And the weather plays a big part in that lifestyle, too. You get 4 real, distinct seasons. The winters are pretty mild. You won't be buried in snow for months. Summers get warm and humid, for sure. Spring is just beautiful when everything comes back to life. And the fall? Oh, the fall foliage here is absolutely spectacular. It's a really nice balance, especially if you're trying to escape those extreme climates. So, let's put it all together. The big question: is this place your next home? Let's get really honest and see if we can help you land on a verdict.
Let's break it down. Who's going to absolutely love it here? For sure, outdoor fanatics, families looking for great communities and suburbs, and it's a fantastic spot for corporate folks and remote workers. But who might not enjoy it? Well, if you need a huge, dense urban nightlife scene, this isn't it. If you have to rely on public transit, that's going to be tough. And if you're expecting those rock-bottom prices from 20 years ago or want to just disappear in a giant city where nobody knows your name, this might not be your jam.
So, what's a normal day like? Well, the community feel is very family-focused. Youth sports are a huge deal here. The arts, the food scene, the craft breweries, all of that is exploding right now. It's really exciting. Now, the traffic? Yeah, it's getting worse, no doubt about it. But it's still nothing like the gridlock you'd find in a major metro. But let me be crystal clear on one thing. You absolutely have to have a car to live here. It's not optional.
You know, at the end of the day, this whole decision goes way beyond spreadsheets and housing prices. All that stuff is important, of course. But the real question you have to ask yourself is this: what kind of life do you actually want to build? And does the unique mix you find here, that blend of career and nature, community and growth, does that fit the picture you have in your head?
So if you're really digging in and thinking this might be the place, just remember that having a smart plan makes all the difference. Really thinking through your budget, what kind of commute works for you, and what your family needs, that's the key. If you're at that stage and could use a little personalized guidance from someone on the ground, feel free to reach out. I really hope this helped give you some of the clarity you were looking for. Thanks for watching.